Well, this is History Meets the Arts. This is an event that's put on by Lord Nelson's Gallery in Gettysburg, Pennsylvania. And Lord Nelson's is a very high-end art gallery that specializes in frontier art and also high-end accoutrements. And each year they put on History Meets the Arts, which is just a great event. In the last couple of years, it's been at Gettysburg College. At the 2015 event that we're about to go into, there were 19 painters, 16 artisans, 2 sculptors, and 2 novelists. Well, here we are. History Meets the Arts have just come in. Let's take a look around and see what we can find. Well, we're looking at some of Tim Sanner's beautiful hornwork here. Just some great detail. Well, we're looking at one of Jim Kibler's beautiful pieces. This would be a late 17th century, early 18th century Baroque style gun. It's a fowling piece. It has absolutely gorgeous burl maple stock. Look at that figure. Engraved lock and barrel, sculpted barrel. This would have been a very high-end piece for the time. In fact, it's a high-end piece for today. It's just gorgeous. Well, I'm over here at Mark Preston's booth, and we are looking at some of the beautiful hornwork. He's done very, very detailed Scrimshaw work. So Mark, as I was saying, I really like this engrailing. Is that an original design, or did you see it on a period horn?
It's original as far as I know, and the reason I did it was this horn had very little mass in the end of it. And so you couldn't do deep cuts like this one, for instance, where this is like heavily carved down here, and then these are all carved up in here. So in order to separate the canvas, so to speak, from the throat of the horn, I had to do something. So I just opted for some low relief engraving, and it happened that the white of this horn went up in here far enough, for the most part, that I could cut that out and then just dye and then I had to apply, this is an antler collar and a turned horn tip pinned with ivory pins.
Here's a closer look at the very detailed Scrimshaw and carving on that horn. It's just phenomenal. Well, we're over at Sean Webster's table, and Sean does phenomenal porcupine quill embroidery work. And this is the decorative arts that Native Americans used before they had glass beads. And Sean is probably the best practitioner of this in the country. He's just a phenomenal artist. And if you pick up the American Frontiersman magazine for the summer of 2015, which should be on the newsstands by 1 July of 2015, you'll see my article doing a profile of Sean Webster and his work. But here at History Meets the Arts, he certainly has some fine examples of it on display. Jeff Sharrow is one of 2 novelists here at History Meets the Arts who's signing his work. Jeff is best known for his books about the Civil War. The other novelist at the event was Steve Bailey. Steve's here with his whole family, and Steve writes a series of books called the Gauntlet Runner series, which is the title of the first book in the series. And they take place during the French and Indian War, one of my favorite time periods. And Steve is a great guy. I'm going to be doing a profile of him for American Frontiersman, and it'll probably be out in the issue, should be on the stands December 2015. So you might look for that. Well, we've got a great selection of Lisa Cruz decorative pottery. Some really beautiful wooden boxes from South Mountain Folk Art. Well, of course, one of the big draws here at History Meets the Arts
is the original historical artwork. And there are literally dozens of artists here displaying their original paintings. This is an amazing venue to see all of these frontier artists in one place. And here we've got some of David Wright's original artwork. I've been enjoying David's stuff probably since the late 70s. Used to see it on the cover of Muzzleloader magazine. Here's a great piece by Bryant White, trying to prime in the rain.
Well, if you're looking for original artwork that depicts the 18th century frontier, and you've got some time on your hands and you can journey out to Gettysburg, this is a great event for you to catch. And it'll be here at Gettysburg College again next year. But if you can't make it to the event, Lord Nelson's Gallery, which is in downtown Gettysburg, has a fine selection of this sort of frontier art and really fine accoutrements, and they're there year round. So stop by and check them out.